are your thoughts on how this one played out down the stretch?
We felt like we did a tremendous job defensively in the first half when we only held them to, well, we held them to 24 points, but of those 24 points, 14 of them were off of offensive rebounds and points off turnovers. So when you take those out, that was a really, really good defensive effort in the first half. In the second half, you know, a couple of their guys really got on a roll, and we struggled getting to the three-point line and running some of the guys off and make them dribble. And they got hot, and we haven't had a team almost shoot 60% on us from three all year long, and they certainly did. And disappointing thing was a lot of times those were happening after offensive rebounds and kickouts, and we weren't even able to get a contested hand up on that. So it's disappointing, but I mean, give Franklin credit. In the second half, they were tremendous. We held them 24 in the first half, and then they flipped it and went with 51 points in the second half. Drew offensively was just a key factor for us, and you know, we've got to get him some help. They did a nice job guarding Barr inside, and I think it got him frustrated a little bit, and then he was able to kind of steady himself in the second half.
What's the message to the team after a close one like this as you move forward?
Well, I think one of the things that we talked about is handling success. You know, we've got one senior and then 7 juniors, and unfortunately our history has been we win a couple games and then, you know, all of a sudden we don't have a great practice. Yesterday was not a good practice, and we knew that, and I believe the talk after was, if we cannot play the way we just practiced, and unfortunately from an offensive standpoint, I believe we did.
Drew, you carried a heavy load offensively tonight. What was working for you attacking Franklin's defense?
You know, just getting downhill, getting to the rim, being physical on the offensive end, and trying to be aggressive, putting pressure on them, and when they helped in, kicking out. You know, a couple of shots didn't fall that, you know, we would have liked to see fall, but you know, it's just how it goes sometimes. You just got to play a little harder on the defensive end and get stops and get out and transition a little bit more and get the easy ones instead of trying to force the tough ones in the half court.
Coach, big game as usual out of Drew and Hunter Barr. Can we talk about the play of Luke Idler tonight? Ended up going almost 30 minutes, scoring 13 points.
Yeah, he's one of those. Obviously, as a freshman, he has progressed as the season has gone along, and had a big game last time out, and against their zone and their changing defenses, he's a guy that really has that basketball IQ and is able to make some of the plays that a lot of times don't show up in the box score. But you know, he'll get his nose in there and get a steal or fight for a rebound. And you know, we were talking before the game, for someone like him to come in and have the impact that he has, it's tremendous. We just need to probably figure out a way to get a couple more of those guys to do the same thing, because you know, it looks like he's obviously playing hard, but he'll make the extra pass, and when he gets the open shot, you know, he was one of the best three-point shooters he was the best three-point shooter in the state last year, coming out of high school, and he's showing that. Come on, there's got to be some more. Anybody, come on.
Coach, it's a very physical game today. How do you work with the team as Franklin picking up full court, trapping at the half court, and being physical every aspect on the full court press? How do you work with your team to counteract that in the game?
Yeah. You want to answer that?
You know, when they pick up full court, they try to speed us up. You know, they're trying to get us going. So our key should be, when we see them pick up full court, we got to slow down. We break the press, but you know, we talked about it at halftime. When we cross half court, we can't stop on half court because they're still flying. They're still trying to speed us up. We kind of, if we can get an advantage on them, then take it. And if we can get all the way to the rim, you know, that's what the plan is every time. But when they pick up the pressure, trying to speed us up, we got to do what we do best and slow down, run our offense, and execute. But other than that, you know, that's their whole plan is picking up full court, speed us up, turn us over. And, you know, they had some success in that tonight. Maybe with 13 turnovers, but a couple of them were unforced.
I mean, their bench support was incredible tonight. 39 points off of the bench of their 75. You know, LeBron, number 0, comes up, you know, goes 10 for 13 from the foul line, and 4 for 5 from 3, and just a huge plus, and ends up being their leading scorer by a lot, more than double off the bench. So, you know, he came into the game. He had 8 threes on the season and had 4 on some pretty good looks. Unfortunately, they were good looks off the offensive rebounds. Got to regroup. We got 2 more home games. You know, Franklin had struggled a little bit on the road, and we've been playing really well here in the Beck Center, and got Manchester coming in on Saturday, and in a game up there that we were up double digits and didn't handle it down the stretch, and came away with a disappointing loss. So this is disappointing because we had put ourselves in a really good position to handle some things down the stretch as we were trying to win a regular season conference championship, and still possible, but you have to take care of business at home, and then find a way to get some steals on the road.